Hi, this is Dave Knapp from Apex Process Consultants, and I want to show you how we work with Apex Forms and IBM BAW. Here you see a business process that we've modeled in BAW. It has a set of inputs, a customer object that has name type and annual sales, a contact object, and several others. For each of the activities in the process, we have defined inputs and outputs for that activity. Customer and contact are the input, and basically this activity is to go and get the legal address and the mailing address. Continues on like that for the remainder of the process that you can see overall here. So with that process created, we can go into Apex Forms and click the Discover button, do the type ahead for our process application, and then for the process, and click Create Request Type. What Apex Forms has done is gone out and first of all created a submit form because the process has inputs, and then it's created a form for each of the different activities in the business process. You notice also in the sections, it's created a section for each complex object that was used in the business process. So for example, we can go in and take a look at the customer business object. Here's the section preview on the right that it is laid out, and I can very easily make changes to this. For example, I don't like that the name is second on this list. I can simply expand this and move the name up, and you notice that the preview of the form immediately updates itself. And I'm going to make it be full width so that it looks really nice. There, now I like my form. This is actually a live form, so we can work with it and test it and check that the data is being mapped the way that we expect it. Once I've done that, I can actually run this process. Here I'm going to fill in the customer information. And you notice when I fill that in, the submit button is enabled. Now what the submit button is actually doing is starting a process in BPM. You can see the BAW instance ID here, 4603. And from this point on, we could do the work here from Apex Forms as the portal, or we could do work inside of the IBM BPM portal. So here, if I go to my work view and go to the last page, you will see the new instance that we created, 4603. And when I click on that activity, it opens up the task, and the white part of the screen is what was developed in Apex Forms. So if there's anything on here that I don't like, I can go and change that very easily. You notice that the customer section is read-only and the contact section is read-only. That's because they were inputs to that activity, and that legal address and mailing address are the required fields that are outputs for that. So as you can see, Apex Forms very quickly can set up user interfaces that you then can quickly change and use in the BPM portal like you would any other user interface.
Apex Process Consultants. Don't try to catch up with your competition. Leave them behind.